What's up, everybody? It's Carlisle Simmons, also known as El Gato, and today we're back with another reaction. Obviously, we got Arrow. I'm loving Arrow. I'm loving everything about it, how the pacing is, how dark it is again, all that. The season 6 started off an amazing way. I need to know who the DA is, who the new DA is, because I feel like they're going to be a problem. The way Adrian Chase just unalived himself in front of the kid and how much trauma is going to leave on the kid and going to put a giant wall between Oliver and William is crazy. Thea is barely alive. She's barely hanging on. I'm wondering if Slade Wilson's gonna come back into play because we saw that he left. But I have a feeling that he's not gone forever, even though he has recovered from the Mirakuru. Diggle is going through something, but I think there's something up between him and Diana. Maybe some feelings there. I'm not really sure because they're really trying to go at each other's throats and it's kind of awkward. Renee got hurt in that first episode pretty bad, and I think he's pretty injured because of that. I hope Oliver and Felicity get back together because I like them as a couple, and yeah, that's why I want them to get back together. Honestly, I think that covers most of it. The first episode, the first episode. And then obviously, the biggest plot twist at the very end of episode 1 is that they found out who the Arrow is, which is Oliver Queen. I'm wondering how they got this footage, because I feel like they've always covered their tracks pretty damn well. And I also feel like Oliver Queen rarely takes off his hood and also his eye mask. So it's kind of weird that that happened. But I mean, I guess we're going to figure out how that all happened. So now with that all being said, as always, follow me on all my socials at Carlisle Simmons. If I get to 500 YouTube subs by March 5th or 15K by March 5th, then I will shave off my mustache and my beard. But if I get to 30K by March 5th on TikTok, then I'll also shave off my head. I'm talking razor blade to the hair, like bald, like not a buzz cut, just straight bald, like cue bald. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it does. It doesn't really bother me too much. But either way, I think with that all being said, it's time that we start the show. And if you guys are liking these, please let me know. If you guys want me to stop, pause more, maybe not analyze things as much, just let me know. I'll try to cut back on that. It just helps make the content longer. It also helps me get around copyright issues, obviously, because no one wants that. Okay, boom, window capture, boom. Okay, we're good to go now. And they're all really trying to get on his ass about him being the Arrow. I'm really wondering how they're going to handle this whole thing. I like how they mention other DC universes in here. He just mentioned Bruce Wayne, Batman, obviously, and everything. But like, he's really saying, hey, did Bruce Wayne come over here? Because he could do this. So that's just funny to me that they're doing that. I feel like that really hurt Oliver. I feel like that really hurt him a lot. Him saying that he's not a superhero because he really wants to be at the end of the day, and I just think that he doesn't believe that he is a superhero. So I feel like him saying that is also him admitting it, and it's pretty damn hard on him. Oh, that's not good. Okay. That's yeah, so the FBI coming in after Oliver to see if he's a Green Arrow, that's not good. That is not good at all. And she also seems like she does not give a fuck about who you are or the amount of money that you can pay or anything like that. But I'm starting to wonder, is Argus above the FBI? And if so, could they just like make them not look at Oliver anymore? I wonder how that would actually work out. I don't think this is Chase's doing. Just simply because Chase, I felt like, was after destroying Oliver Queen and making sure that he understood that he was the Arrow. And destroying Oliver Queen and making sure that he was the Arrow over letting the world know that Oliver Queen is the Arrow. He wanted to make Queen understand that he was a monster, that he wasn't even a hero, that he wasn't even the Arrow, or Oliver Queen, that he was just a monster in general. So this doesn't really seem like his tactics or his plays because it's more of, I feel like they're trying to, if anything, pin Oliver to not be the Arrow, like so he can't stop anything or anyone, whoever's doing it. I've always wondered this in most shows. Like, what do people do for money? Because like really, what does Felicity do? What does Oliver do? Like, hey, I thought his family, they lost all their money like in the first couple seasons, and then he came back. Yeah, he had the nightclub, and then he no longer has the nightclub, and I guess he has money as the mayor. I don't know how much money he make as the mayor, but what does Dale do? Does he just live off retirement from the army? What does Renee do? I guess Renee now works for Oliver and Quentin, but that's not a lot of money. So it's kind of cool to see that like someone actually has a real 9-to-5 job on top of doing this. Oh, that makes sense. I have a feeling that he's part of all this, just because of his tone, his facial feature, like not features, his facial expressions, and his wording. It's very, very weird. But I'm also, because it's almost like putting Oliver in a place of, well, if you do say you're the Green Arrow, which would be bad, we'll double the investment, giving more to the city that way. But if not, then you lose money. So I just feel like he's somehow involved in this. But I do like how Oliver's handling all this. Is this the Bratov? The Russian crime mob? The only reason, because this was more like a small army than anything. You're not going to have this much firepower, I think, if you're just your normal criminals. So it's kind of crazy. And the other dude is Russian, so maybe they're connected somehow? But I have a feeling that the Bratov's behind all this now. See, Anatoly to me is one of the... I feel like he'd be a very dangerous villain. Because he doesn't want to kill people. He doesn't want to murder people. He doesn't want to destroy Oliver or kill Oliver's family in some way. What he wants is just to become a very, very dangerous businessman and control things. So, and I also think he's smart enough to understand you don't go for the Arrow, you go for Oliver Queen. And if he's the one behind all this, then he's playing it out right, because he's sending pictures of Oliver being the Green Arrow and pinning him down. Because if you're putting that much spotlight on Oliver, he can't go be the Green Arrow, so the Green Arrow can't stop them in any way, and they have more freedom to move around. So that's why I think that Anatoly would be probably like one of the more dangerous villains that we've seen in Green Arrow so far. What's up between these two? What's going on with these two? There is a lot of tension. I get that Diggle messed up his shot and everything, which led to Renee getting injured and everything, but I feel like there's some unresolved tension between these two right now. It's very, very thick. Did they sleep together? Do they have some emotions, feelings for each other? What's going on? Felicity is one of my favorite characters in the Green Arrow, in the Arrow, because of the fact of how quirky and weird she is, and how even she brings a lot of light to the show and makes it lightful. Like, I mean, not lightful, playful and everything. Just because of the way, even in like a serious moment, she'll still be bringing up these conversations that she shouldn't have. Which is just something I've always enjoyed. It always just gives the audience a fresh breath of air for a second before going back into the shit show that is the Arrow. We can't ignore that call by Renee. That call by Renee, I feel like, says a lot, because in the last episode we saw that, yeah, he got seriously hurt, and then that when he was in the hospital, he was coughing up a lot. I feel like he might be hiding something. I feel like he might honestly die soon, or that he's gonna get seriously injured again, because it's just not something that should be overlooked. Anatoly really is pinning down Oliver. Oh, we got into a fight. Hey, he has a flash backpack. Oh, it's because he's the Green Arrow. I thought it was actually because he's the mayor and he hasn't really been doing too much, or that he's been trying to do a lot, but there's been a lot of shit show that happens while he's been the mayor, so I thought it was gonna be because of that. William was not prepared to hear Oliver say, yeah, no, if they're gonna come for you, fight them. Fight them, fuck it, just fight them. Punch them right in the nose, fight them. It doesn't matter. Like, screw it. They're not worth it. He thought he was definitely gonna get a different type of lesson. So to me, it's pretty hilarious that this happened. He's shocked by that answer. Damn. It sucks because, like, at one point or another, Oliver's going to have to choose between being the Arrow or being William's father. And right now would have been a really big moment for him to have that, to continue that moment with William. But instead, he has to go choose to be the Arrow and has to go save people. So it just makes things really rough. It's going to definitely be, it's going to hurt. He's pissed. God damn it. You know, I'm really pissed off Oliver now. Well, I have a feeling that this is what Anatoly wanted. I feel like he wanted to get Oliver here. So I don't know how good this is. Because I feel like it's all trapped, and that maybe even the Markovians are working with the Bratva to have this all happen and to pin him down. He just burning him alive. Goddamn. You're really pissing off Diana. What happened to Diggle? What happened to like he can't shoot at all anymore? Like something had to happen to him. Is it still because of his brother? Like the death of his brother? Does he see his brother whenever he like sees someone that he's about to shoot? Is it the PTSD? These are my questions. Renee cracks me. I love Renee's character just because of his lines and his interaction with others. His chemistry with other people just is always just mwah, the chef's kiss. I feel like Renee just makes things so much worse than they need to be. Oh, but that's why I love his character. That's it's just great. I'm wondering if William's ever gonna truly understand what his father does, because he's clouded with rightfully he's traumatized by a mother's death, that the Green Arrow, who's supposed to be a hero, couldn't save her, but he's out here saving all these other people, and I feel like that's gonna leave some serious ramifications for them.
William, look at me.
Oh, he's just afraid of him not coming back. This is a really real moment. This is honestly why, out of all the CW shows, the Arrow is my favorite, just because of how dark and serious things get. I don't mind lightheartedness and all that stuff, but it's not my preference. I prefer when it's dark and serious like this, and that's what I like about the Arrow. And I just wanted to stop for a second and just point that out. Like, that's why I'm particularly reacting to the Arrow and not the other CW shows. It's just because of the tone of the Arrow. That's what makes me gravitate to it so much. Oh God, what happened to his face and everything? God. So I was wrong about the Russian dude being part of whatever's going on. Well, so far, if he dies, then we figure it out that he's not part of it. But I was right about Anatoly and the Bratva being behind all this. Well, Anatoly wants to get back in the Bratva, and the only way, I guess, is to show them that him and Oliver are no longer friends at all. How the hell did he find that so fast? I like how the doctor knows that something's up with all of them. Oh, what did happen to Diggle? It's so weird that Diggle's the one hiding something and not Oliver. It's almost always the other way around, but what is Diggle hiding? And Diana's right. You're 100%, and everyone who's out there with you deserves to know, because you've even said this before or said something similar to that. I like how Felicity's literally trying to just... I don't think Felicity even needs work. I just feel like she needs more friends, and this is her way of maybe trying to hang out with Curtis outside of the lab. Or maybe she does need money, but I don't know. So wait, what did they find? I'm thinking that they found that the photo was altered, but then how are they going to explain it to the FBI? And I'm like, oh, the photo is altered, blah, blah, blah. Because again, we almost never see Oliver without his hood down or his eye mask on, so I feel like it isn't him in there. They're really bringing in William into this. That's crazy. But I feel like he'll be able to lie. Honestly, I feel like he'll do a really good job at lying, because if not, that he probably is going to be like, if I don't do a good job at lying here, my dad really is going to go away forever, and I really will be alone. Oh, Oliver's saying some of the hardest things that he could have ever said in these last 6 seasons right now. He admitted that he's not really a hero, and he admitted that he lied to his son that that he'll always come back, because he knows he might not. See, even Oliver knows that something's up. And I feel like Diggle not telling Oliver and keeping it all a secret is probably what's going to lead to the Markovi's death, the Russian dude's death. You better be able to shoot, man. You got to shoot now, Diggle. Oh, damn. And Anatoly was prepared. See, this is what I'm saying about Anatoly being a very good villain that's actually bad for Oliver to go up against. He's really trying to just pin Oliver down to not be able to even be the Arrow. And he's still an honorable man. Yo. Oliver with the fucking big dick energy. Man, really out here just saying, yeah, if I'm the Arrow, which I am, don't you think I'd go really fucking far for you to stay the fuck away from my son? Nah, this man gives no fucks. So I took one L earlier for sure about thinking that Anatoly was the one behind all this, which he might still have something to do with it, because he did say, imagine if someone who was not an honorable man came after you, or not a good man came after you. But I was right that we don't ever see Oliver like that, like in this form with the hood down and the eye patch not on when he's wearing the whole Green Arrow outfit. Her quirkiness is what I like about her so much, and she reminds me of my girlfriend. Felicity just amazing, pretty, just I'm down bad for Felicity. Diggle, you gotta tell everyone else. God damn, this fucking season of the Arrows make I couldn't even breathe right there. Oh, my heart, hurting my heart, Arrow. This is a fucking huge moment for Oliver. What the fuck? Damn, Oliver's about to cry. I like to see that for those two. What the hell is Oliver gonna ask Diggle to do? And now Diggle's not gonna be able to tell Oliver. So Oliver at the end of the day is gonna have to become the Green Arrow again. Because Diggle's not gonna be able to be it. That's gonna fuck everything up now. Oh shit.